Greetings, got an LGR Blurbs video for you here. This time that you don't get too many chances to do anymore. This is a computer that has been sealed in its box, or at least packaged up in its box. It hasn't been opened up or done anything with since the mid-80s. It's been in there since around about 1984 when this was sold in the US. This is a Tano Dragon, which was known as the Dragon, I think this is the 64. It's kind of a Dragon 32E case. But anyway, yeah, it was a Welsh computer originally, 1982. Pretty much a TRS-80 color computer 1. I'm not doing a full review of this right here. This is just going to be unboxing this because I do plan to do a full review of it at some point. I used to be able to get these very easily. There was a reseller, or there's a company called California Digital, and you could go on their website and just send them a message. You'd pay an amount. I don't even remember what I paid for it. It was so long ago that I got this. And yeah, they would send you a new old stock one of these. And they had tons of them, and they sold out years ago, but I got this years and years before that. It survived a couple moves. It's gotten a little beat up here and there, but overall, this is pretty much a condition I got it in. The boxes were just in varying condition from those folks, and inside is supposed to be new. And computer from the 80s, still in the box. It's just ridiculous. And I'm curious to use one of these because I've used a color computer quite a bit, but never a Dragon. Okay, I don't want to ruin the box. Kind of a tight fit here. Let's do this. There we go. Yeah, like I said, I want to do a more complete video on this at some point, but just gonna unbox it tonight here and maybe hook it up and see if it works. Okay. Oh, my goodness. Looks like that went right there. Oh, it's probably been sitting there since, yeah, wow, okay. So there is the warranty statement for Tano. Is it Tano or Tano? I don't know. Tano microcomputer products. And like I said, this was the US version of this. The Dragon 32 and 64. And other Dragon machines were a thing over in the UK and Europe and such back in the day. But this we got here in the US for some reason, even though we already had the TRS-80 Coco. Ooh. So look at these. Oh man, there's a tape in here. Those brand new cables. Fresh. Smells good too. A nice clean smell, almost soapy. That's nice. It doesn't, it hasn't degraded or turned to gooey anything. It is rather shiny though, isn't it? Look at that. So this will be the cassette cable, because this does load using cassettes, I'm assuming. Also cartridges? I don't know. I know the color computer, of course, takes carts on the side, but I honestly don't know a ton about the Dragon. Let's see. We've got a tape here. It's a Tano Master Pack. So it's the same load command as it is on the Coco. Seems to be yeah, like the glue is coming up a bit there. Look at that. We'll have to see if we can load this. Wow, there's a lot of lead in on that tape, isn't there? Okay, there it is. Oh. All right. Fresh cassette. Got a little RF adapter here. So I know the original color computer, this is the only way you could plug it in was through RF. You don't necessarily need this box, but it's nice that it comes with it. That's easily the nicest condition one of these I've ever seen. Look at the prongs. Usually those are all oxidized and gross. That's awesome. I won't use this, but it's awesome. It's just neat that it's new old stock. Oh man. Looks like the power supply. Does this have an external power supply? The glue has come apart there holding this together, I assume. Huh. Well, I did not expect this. So there's an external power supply for the Dragon. I had no idea. With a little switch on it. I've never seen that. Usually the switch is on the computer itself, or there just isn't one. And look at that. It's like a 5-pin, like DE9 style thing. What in the world? So yeah, the Coco power supply is internal, with the cord attached. This is already full of surprises. Wonder if there's a manual in here. I would assume so. Yeah, there we go. Some more stuff underneath. What? Nice printed thing here, or copied it looks like. Oh, here we go. Owner's manual. Heck yeah. This is fantastic. Yeah, you know, I keep telling myself for years now, I'm gonna do an unboxing. I'm gonna do an unboxing. Here it is like a decade later, and I'm finally doing it. It's not even on my main channel. I'm sure this will show up in the future videos, some of this unboxing footage, but you saw it here first. Anyway, we'll get to this in a moment, okay? Gotta savor that. Let's get to, you know, what is this? This is just some printed stuff for the cassette. What's on the cassette? That's cool. Just typed out and copied. Yeah. That old staple. Let's get to what is inside here. I'm gonna very ominous read this first. Oh man, it's a nice bag, honestly. Even that, it's like really, it's like an MRE bag. Nice. Okay, so we got this, yeah, owner's manual, also stapled together. Interesting. Cassette manual. Oh, whoa, hey, here we go. Final packaging specification. We got packer signature MD or MO. Poly bag. I like how coaxial. It's got a hyphen. Okay. And an introduction to basic programming using the Dragon. That's so cool. The Welshness of it. Seriously, I don't know the story of why this ended up here in the US when we already had the Coco. 1982, there's a copyright on here, and that makes sense. Like I said, I believe this started being sold here in the US in 84, I think. The Coco was here in 1980, and of course that was an American machine. Intriguingly, it does have all the green highlighted parts in the manual, the same as the Color Computer's manual. Lots of nice little basic ideas and programs, and oh yeah. Not as substantial necessarily as the one that came with the Coco. Look at that grid. But yeah, I like the fact that it's got a spiral binding. All right. I didn't read this first. Oh no. Mistakes were made. Yeah, Tano 64K. If I recall, this only boots up in 32. Kind of like some of the expanded original Color computers that had 32, but they were upgraded with 64K chips and you could switch them over. But this one, I believe you can just do it with a built-in software command. Yeah, here it is, getting into 64K mode. You just type exec? Really? Usually the execute is for loading specific programs. I guess it just already has 64K mode in memory? How odd. Yeah, I don't know what the differences are in terms of the ROM, but I do know that, you know, most of the color computer programs can be run on here, and vice versa. You can run Tano, like Dragon programs on Coco, which I have done, but, you know. And we have the cassette manual here, so I guess this is just the, yeah, the software, that's some of the software anyway, that's on the cassette. So we got CC Writer, word processor, I guess. Yeah, it's probably all good. Mailer, merger, file, calculator, like a VisiCalc spreadsheet thing, perhaps. Yeah, there we go, look at that. I don't know if I'll try these or not, but we're gonna try something. Got to. Yeah, so it's got all those on there too. First time it's been touched in like 36 years. Oh man. Look at that. So that right there is rubber feet, as the Tano version of the Dragon 64. Sticker is still mostly on there. I can feel the glue has kind of come apart in some spots, like right there. But still, I mean, it's immaculate, right? Oh. Man, that feels better than I thought it would. It's a little lighter to the touch than like the Coco 2. That's weird. The clear button barely goes down. Is that supposed to be like that? Yeah, all the others. Whoops. Interesting. I don't imagine some of those are supposed to get stuck. Yeah, that... Okay, there we go. Yeah, some of them are just getting stuck. Well, I appreciate it regardless. So let's see what we got here. Alright, so we got the RF connection. A little reset button on the side. That's interesting. Joystick left and right. Cassette tape interface. Serial. Printer. That's cool. A different kind of printer thing. So, alright, so trans supply. So that'll be the transformer power supply. Channel 3 or 4. Which is which? I don't know. I'm assuming that's 3. And RGB, okay. That's got to be RGB, right? Or maybe it's composite or something. I don't know. I don't see a cable for that in here, so I guess... Okay, so here is the cartridge slot, or the expansion port. Awesome. There is no door. Wow. This is just fascinating. Especially having used so many Cocos recently for upcoming LGR video. Look at that. Here's the serial number 3936. Made in the USA. Based out of New Orleans. How California Computer Digital whatever company got that, I guess they just bought up the stock that didn't sell. Because like I said, they were pretty much the exclusive way to get these, at least new old stock, for a long time. They just had the supply, you know. I remember the price being pretty reasonable, like 75 bucks or something for a whole package. I don't remember, actually, but... Right, so let's go ahead and get this plugged in, turned on, and I've got this lovely thing right here we're going to plug it into. And I guess we'll be using RF, because I don't have a cable for composite or RGB or whatever that comes with. I'm assuming composite. Okay, so I've got RF cable plugged in to the TV over there. And then I've got Radio Shack cassette deck, which I use with my color computers. It'll work just fine here. In fact, it's already got the cable, so that's cool. Assuming that the interface is the same. All right. Where's the power button? That's not it. Oh yeah, it's on the AC adapter. How strange. Weird. Well, this is interesting. I see some color trying to come through, but it's awful. Let's see what the... I'm hoping it's just like a loose connection somewhere, but I don't know. Yeah, that's awful. Wow, it just seems even worse with the cassette attached. Like I plugged it in and that's what happened. I disconnect the cassette and that's what happens. So there's obviously some crazy interference or just things aren't quite connected quite right or something. Yeah, just kind of jiggling around the RF section. Yeah, it's just really weak and definitely needs some work. Wow, that's terrible. But hey, we can use it. I'll just reboot it there into the 64K mode, supposedly. Wow, all these keys on this side are getting stuck on the right-hand side. Look at that. I just need to take this thing apart, give it some attention. Well, I guess that's it for this. I was going to load something from cassette, but it doesn't seem like that's going to let me do that, or at least not with any kind of great visual fidelity, or even just being able to barely see the screen. Because look, when I plug it in, I mean, oh, I don't know. I mean, I guess we can try. Okay, let's try to get CC Writer to load. It looks like first thing on the tape. It did start playing. So the interface is at least doing something with the remote part of it. We'll see if it gets any kind of audio. I didn't even check the volume. Yeah, volume's fine. I was loading things off of my Coco 1 earlier just fine, so. This visual noise, though, is just the worst. So it is finding CC Writer there. So it looks like this thing will probably work all right. Just I need to figure out the sticking keys. Of course, that's a thing. We could try a cartridge, I guess, here after this, if this doesn't do anything, or even if it does do something. Yeah, there we go. Such as it is. We'll see if I get any better if I unplug the cassette again. Nominally. That seems like a solder joint, because when I push up, yeah. Well, cool. So that's something. This should be a relatively simple fix, hopefully. No. Yeah, I'm sure. Well, I don't know how to use this and I can barely see it. So we're going to reset. Actually, no, I'm going to turn it off. It's so weird turning it off with a power supply. And I'm going to try Downland. I'm going to cartridge here, so. See if that loads up. Nice. Color's barely coming through, but it is loading, or loaded. And it didn't come with any joysticks, but I got these awful ones for the TRS-80 Coco. So let's plug one of them in and, ah, dang it, it's on the left-hand side. Everything is all like 90 degrees from the color computer. It's interesting. Okay, well. Oh, dang it, this is the one where the button doesn't work. These awful joysticks. Well, I can move left and right. Oh, getting squished by rocks and things. Just pretend there's jumping. It's all, yeah, the color is trying to come through so hard. Well, all right. Well, that is just a bunch of awfulness all around. I swear the color computers I have are in much better shape. They've already been fixed up. It's effectively this, you know? Just in dragon form. So that's it, I suppose, for the dragon from Tano. Sealed. Not that it mattered much, because it still is suffering the ravages of time regardless. Still, should be a fun little repair project for another day. That's it for this unboxing and awful demonstration. Thanks for watching another LGR blurb.